Yay! Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I don't know. My internet went out, and then I'll DJ for an hour. That's one of my dreams. Don't get me started. Yay! Did it? Oh, Jen, that makes me feel better because I'm trying not to show it, but I was incredibly annoyed that my internet. Yeah, the internet doesn't like the heat either, for real. The internet sure did put up a boundary. Maybe that last live stream just wasn't the one. Probably because it already had a thumbs down, so that means that we had negative energy already on it. Isn't that fascinating? I wasn't even there yet, and somebody already thumbs down. Like I don't understand how I stay relevant in their minds, but wish they'd pay me once in a while for how much they dislike me. Nah, I mean, it's possible, but she's not as close as she looks. I think it's a deceptive. We'll see. You could be right. Yeah, it just wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. That is okay. We're all here together. Hello. Happy Romy Monday. I'm so glad that you guys are all here with me. Is everyone doing okay? I would like to check in with everybody before we start. Is everyone okay? Did everyone survive the week? Did anybody say their grateful affirmations in the morning like I told you guys to? How's everybody doing? What was your week like? Let me know. Ooh, more salad. Good, Madison. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm really glad. I'm glad you're doing good. Yay, Jaleesa! Happy congratulations, my love. My sweet little girl. It has been a long-ass week. I don't know if you guys had a rough weekend, but there was a lot of planet stuff going on this weekend, per usual. I feel like I always say that, like broken record, but there's a lot of stuff this weekend that a lot of possible rejection, wounds, and triggers might have been occurring. So if anybody had a rough weekend, I'm sorry. Jen, last week kicked your butt. Did your morning affirmation kick today's ass? Good. I love that, babe. I love that. You don't remember your week, but still here saying. Alex, I thank you for noticing. That's very sweet. This is actually, so the room changing the last 3 streams I've done was because I didn't have a theme going on in here. Now I'm trying to keep it thematically together. So that guy and this above my head and those 2 things and all that stuff up there and that thingy and that thingy, that's all staying. I made this all within the past week. And I time-lapsed that one and some of that. But it's my forest green witch vibe. I wanted some whimsical stuff going on in here because I didn't have an actual theme. You worked retail and people were fucked this weekend. I believe it, Amanda. I'm so sorry to hear that, babe. It was a rough weekend for probably a lot of us. Not good, Amber. Had a 20-minute anxiety attack and had to drive an hour in traffic home. Oh, the worst. I'm so sorry, babe. Boundaries is an uneasy topic. Hope all is well. I don't think it's an uneasy topic, but that's okay, Dee Dee. Thank you. I hope you're well also. Kay, you have been real stressed about your future all week. I am so sorry, my love. I'm very sorry to hear that. And the curtain. So this is actually a really old blanket that I got years ago with my bestie up in Oregon. And so the sun hits this direct room out of the entire house the most. So fuck me. And I will probably figure out a better, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the stuff that repels the heat. I can't think of what I'm looking for. The curtains that will help repel the heat. I'm going to get some of those. But I just thought that was cute, and it worked for today because it's still very hot. But it would be like at least 15 degrees warmer had I not done that earlier today. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Costume Inc. My week went well. Lots of obstacles getting out of my way. It was nice. I love kicking obstacles' ass. It's my favorite. Jungle Jordan wants to know if anybody thinks it's too early for Disneyland to remove all the COVID guidelines. My little baby buns. This one's longer, much longer, and I don't know how, but she's much longer than this one. It is what it is. They're sisters, not twins. I'm just a sunshine magnet. Blackout curtains. Yes, thank you. Too early. Yeah, agreed. You had to get stuff off of Instagram, too much junk, and I miss randomly messaging me about this. Yeah, oh my God, babe, you can always like email me, or there's you can go to my website and send me messages on my website on ladyromy.net. I don't know if you guys know that, but you can totally do that. I set up a feature that I have a chat box that should pop up when you go onto ladyromy.net, and then you can chat with me. Hi, Keith. I hope you're well, love. Okay, so it sounds like we all had a pretty rough week for the most part. Sounds like some of you guys tackled things a little better than a majority of us. So I am proud of you for doing that. Thank you for leading the pack. And we're all kind of just stumbling, like burnt to a crisp behind. But we're here. We're all here. And that's what matters. And I want to talk about boundaries today. If you guys remember last week, we had a particular follower who will no longer be in these chats because he's blocked from my channel, because that is a boundary that I had to finally set. This person felt very comfortable and felt like I was obligated to owe him something, to which I say this with love, but I don't owe anybody anything, nor do any of you owe me anything. And I don't know, it was a strange, it was a very strange, I had, yeah, Deb, there she is. Deb was much more eloquent than I was, or could be in that time, because that person had crossed every boundary of mine, and I was like, and Deb did a great job at explaining like multiple angles of why this person was like really needing to like take a step back and kind of reel it in and maybe think about how they are crossing my boundaries at this point. And it was very clear that it was going one right out the other. The person was not interested in any of her beautiful comments that she took the time to send to him. And so I basically was like, and then he tried to preach to me about how ignorant I was being and how I needed to do whatever. Point being, that college education came in real handy, because I kept reading your bullet points and I was like, it's funny because I was talking to Missy about something earlier, and I'm going to try to say this a little bit more eloquently. Speaking of, I have a tendency, because of years of being crossed and not knowing how to set boundaries and being angry and triggered and influenced by certain cultures, I can fully admit I will be as graceful as I can. And then once I can feel myself being pushed into kind of a corner, then I'm like, I'm using every little ounce of grace that I can possibly give at that point. And then I'll push it to a point, because I already know if I don't continue to give you grace, it's going to get so ugly. And once I get ugly, it just gets ugly. So thank you for helping me with that. That was really, really, yeah, thank you. It wasn't conversational. It really did feel like it just became trolling. And he kept, his age, I believe, played a part in it, of why he didn't like think that he was trolling, so to speak. It was just really interesting. I before I blocked him, I let him know, like, how ignorant of you to come to my channel and then tell me how to speak, and then tell me that I'm being like some type of way, because I'm not going to cater to how you want me to sound. Like, the privilege could just, you could just soak it, like squeeze it out like a sponge, and he would fill a cup. And I was unable to be kind or rational or a public figure that, anyways. The next day, speaking of my little sweet Michelle Missy, she made such a good point, and I just want to touch on that quickly, and then we're going to go into boundaries in general, because he's not important, but you guys were all witness to that. But she made a great point that he did not want me to speak a certain way. He didn't like it. It was not his jam. And her point was, well, what if, as a fan, I do like this and I do want her to speak like that, and I'm also commenting that no, keep speaking just like this, as the creator who is already doing things because I want to for you. Well, who am I to listen to at that point, when both of my loyal followers are telling me that they want me to sound this way, and this one wants me to sound this way, and they're on complete opposite ends of the scale? So if I'm to cater to this guy, then wouldn't I have to cater to her also? I just loved that point, because we can't make everybody happy. That's never going to happen. And if creators are in it to make people happy, that's great, I guess. I'm not going to try to shit on that. But you're not going to make everyone happy. You're just not. You're not going to make everyone happy. You're just not. I'm going to read comments for a second. Jordan, I just want to say I feel like we owe you just for being you. You don't. Thank you, but you don't. Much love to you too, Jennifer. I'm glad you stood your ground. Thank you. I just jumped on, but it sounds like you've made some good changes in your life. Dude had an issue with the language. That is not a family channel. This is not a family channel. So yeah, fuck that guy. Well, I disagree. You were kind, you were intelligent, and I think you were appropriately vexed. Thank you. Hi, Claire, my sweet. Leilani says, listen, I'm a nice-ass person to a flaw, but dude had blinders on so narrow that I would have gone off on him in person. Hold me back. Hi, Annie Banani, my best friend in the whole world. You can't see it, but Buffy and Willow's right there. Well, it's blown out is what I mean. You know what I mean. You do you. We love the authenticity. So thank you, because with that being said, on the same exact video, someone left a fantastic comment and they were like, I've never like listened to a live stream after it's been posted on YouTube in my life, and yours was the first one that I ever clicked on, and I'm so happy that I did, and you just sound like such a real, genuine person, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. It is not a fan's place to say speak this way no matter what. If you're a fan, you should be there to support them being themselves. I hear you, but I still think you're being too generous. I think it was jealousy or bitterness. I can't speak for people. All we can do is and he wasn't having it, so I just blocked him from the channel, and that's the end of that. And that, surprisingly enough, was enough of a that I was like, you know what? You know what we're going to talk about next week? We're talking about boundaries. We're going to talk about boundaries, because I thank you. I thank you. I think I was being very lenient for how long I was like, I push buttons, and I just don't have time or energy anymore for that. And I want you guys to know that you don't have to put up with anything either. Like, I definitely don't have to put up with this shit. But you also definitely don't have to. I mean, Jaleesa agreed, but he's blocked. So unless he is smart enough to know how to make a fake account, which I doubt it. Yeah, he chose the topic. He sure did. Good for him. We can all. Because I want this to be my goal for this evening is I want someone to hear something that they've been struggling with, that maybe they didn't realize was occurring, that they've thought about but didn't know what to do about it. I want to be able, that's my goal for tonight, is I want you guys to hear, I want somebody to hear something that it's going to help change your life. I'll read this quote. I really liked this quote, so I wrote this one down. I need to have boundaries so I won't feel used or mistreated. It is okay to make people accountable for their actions, their choices, and their behaviors. It doesn't mean that I am uncompassionate or uncaring. Setting boundaries will actually help me not become bitter or resentful. There's different types of boundaries that we can set. There's like a kind of like 4 different categories, but then there's, you know, the menus that drop down from all of that. Well, shit. That's why I was trying to kind of linger for a second to let that all soak in. So I'll continue to let that soak in. Should I read that again? Was that good? Should I read that again? Oh, Jaleesa, I'm so happy. Okay, let's read it again, shall we? Read it again. Bye, Janelle. Love you, baby. Have a good dinner. Okay, let's do it. Ready? Ready? I need to have boundaries so that I won't feel used or mistreated. It is okay to make people accountable for their actions, their choices, and their behaviors. It doesn't mean that I am uncompassionate or uncaring. Setting boundaries will actually help me not become bitter or resentful. Boundaries are not about trying to control somebody else. I'm not going to control a 65-year-old white man or anybody else on this earth. I'm not. And you guys are not going to control anybody, and you're not going to control me. I think we all know that. But that's not what boundaries are about. It's not about trying to control somebody else or make somebody else change. It's about establishing how we need to be treated. Self-preservation in a chaotic or dangerous environment. And dangerous can be used in many ways. I'm not trying to be dramatic. There can be a dangerous environment that you need to set boundaries to put yourself back onto a path to have healthy relationships. I think we all could agree none of us know what the fuck life is about, right? None of us, right? I don't know what it's about. Yes, Professor Romy. Stop. We don't know what life is about, right? But we know maybe we have our own kind of MO, in life. I am drinking Martinelli's, and these bubblies are, woo! Yeah, you caught that? You caught that, Jordan? I'm not playing no games around here. Everyone has a main MO in life, main operative. That was a redundant statement. Everyone has an MO in life. And mine, for example, is to thrive, not just survive, and to enjoy my relationships with only the best people that bring only positive things into my life. And then that all gets just like meddled and dirty, and the world ruins that, and we're not taught things that we should be taught. And we don't realize how deep stuff goes with this like simple umbrella of boundaries, for example. Okay, so let's talk about it. There's physical boundaries, there's mental boundaries, there's emotional boundaries, and there's spiritual boundaries. Physical boundaries, for example, would be proximity, touch, back the 6 feet up, please. PDA, whether you're comfortable with it or not. Unwanted comments regarding appearance or sexuality. Personal space. I'm pretty big on personal space. Contact in general. Property, our own property, our belongings. Your time. Your energy. Let me read that. Your time and your energy. Sexual boundaries. Jeez, oh Lord. I don't think we have enough time for that one tonight, so I don't think we're going to get into that one tonight. Because that's its whole own evening that we can talk about if you guys ever want to. But ladies, you don't have to do shit. Ever. Oh, God. You don't have to do shit. Okay? That's what we're going to say on that one. Back to more examples of physical boundaries. Example like your health and your self-care. So an example for that would be having to advocate for yourself in a doctor's office, at the emergency room, with a family, whatever it needs to be. Don't ever let anybody not speak for yourself, for your own health and your own self-care. They can talk to me if they have a problem with that. Okay. Tell him, Annie, you ain't got to do shit. You don't got to do shit. That's why I don't want to get into it, because I wasn't going to get emotional tonight. This is all I've been doing my homework, so I'm all very. But if someone could have fucking maybe had told like baby Sarah that shit, that would have been really nice. I'm saying. That would have been really nice. No. But if you can like put it in a paper towel, that would be great. I have a bean and cheese burrito waiting for me. Yeah, that's a whole night, right? That's a whole night. Yeah, sexual boundaries at work. Time and energy are above your sexual tokens. As a guy in a majority woman field workplace, this is one of the first things I'm aware of. I bet people don't know how to hug me in my wheelchair. I still love them, but it's an issue getting boob hugs to the face. Oh, Rose. Oh, Rose. Actually, Rose, if you don't mind, I would like to ask you something. I'm going to totally put you on the spot, and you can message me if you don't want to answer in the comments. But I was talking about something to my roommate, and I kind of want to maybe have an evening where we talk about disabilities and things like that, like the struggles maybe that aren't talked about, that could be more talked about and should be more talked about. Let me know what your thoughts on that are. I would love to hear your thoughts. And again, we can message privately elsewhere. You do not have to answer in the comments whatsoever, but I'm probably going to forget to get a hold of you otherwise. So if you want me to email you or like Instagram or anything like that, let me know. We'll talk about it. Okay. No, it's okay, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate it. Especially when you're in a relationship, sexual boundaries. That's real shit. That is real shit. You don't owe anybody anything. And of course that goes for men. It goes for all of us. But for sure, I think we live in a society where I want you girls to know that you don't have to do a fucking thing. Okay? So don't let anybody ever tell you that you need to, or I don't want to hear shit, because you don't. I have some examples for each one of these little like fields. And so with that being said, I'll say, for example, you can say, if you're uncomfortable in a physical boundary moment, an example of something you could say would be, my goodness, I don't find comments like that funny. Again, setting boundaries is not mean, and it doesn't make you a bad person. So please don't forget that. Hello. Welcome. I have every fan going. I have this fan, and this fan, and it is still fucking hot in here. It's like humid and hot and humid. Rose. Oh, thank you, Rose. Thank you. Boundaries. Ask every question. Don't stare. If we don't want to answer, be okay with that. We will eventually open up. I want to talk about it. Instagram. Awesome. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Leilani got about out of the chat early, working on an essay due at midnight, but needed to pop in here and see and hear your aura, which has lifted me so much. Love you. I love you, Leilani. It'll be posted afterwards, of course. I love you. Have a good night. Good luck on your essay. Amanda, I've seen a lot of partners deal with family expectations, feeling like they owe their time and their energy to someone because they are family, even if it is detrimental for their own mental health. I'm looking for something that I thought I had written down about partners and families and stuff. But that's a big thing. That is a huge thing. And unfortunately, there's not enough partners that stand up to family members when boundaries need to be set. They're not being set. And if you are struggling with that, we're going to continue to talk about things tonight. Just catching up with the rest of these comments. It looks like a lot of you guys are, damn it. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna. I know I wrote something about partners. I swear. Anyways, we're gonna keep talking about what other boundaries. It'll pop up. Okay. Other types of boundaries that need to be set are mental boundaries. So you need to have the freedom to have your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own values, your own opinions. Set boundaries on how much you share with others. Set boundaries on how others speak to you. Your respect for other people's ideas. Your right to remain silent and not answer questions. So, for example, when I see questions being asked and I don't want to answer them, I won't. And you can ask me 10 times in the chat and I'm not going to answer it. But if you ask me 20 times and it's very clear that I have not answered, I'm going to get annoyed because at that point you have clearly seen that I have seen your comments and that I'm clearly ignoring them. And now you are just crossing my boundaries. And that's not cool. It's not okay. It is not okay. And an example that I could say would be, I respect that you disagree with my opinion, but do not force your own upon me. Thank you, you old fart. It looks like the sun is right outside my window. Outside of this one? Or this one? This one? Probably. I'm telling you. But oh, I see what you're saying. Can you see all that color? Oh, that was stupid. That was idiotic. That was brilliant. It always looks like it's on fire out here from the sunset, but it's really cool. If I cared more, I would take the blanket down, but I don't. That was seriously really stupid. I'm still seeing spots. I can't read, so give me a second. Because I have a mirror, a sliding mirror closet, and the sun was right in it, and I looked right into the damn mirror. That was... Anywho. Another umbrella of boundaries are emotional boundaries. Boundaries around inappropriate topics like pregnancy, dear God. Emotional dumping and dismissing emotions. I don't know if Annie Banani is still in here, but her and I, one of our favorite things to do, because we're very well in tuned when one another might be like super struggling for that day or something like that. And if we have like a I need your ear moment, or I just need to send you 20 snaps where I'm just bitching, nothing but bitching, we will kind of ask first, like, hey, do you have like the space right now for this? Or like last week, I kind of just went hard and was like, and then I sent her a text message and I was like, make sure that you like have the time and the space and nobody's listening when you open those snaps. I forgot to send like a warning snap first. I think that's a huge thing. I kind of wish more people would understand that, yes, while I could say from my numbers, it says there's 49 people in here right now. I could bet money that 40 of you would be willing to listen to any of us with a problem at any time. But there's also a huge percentage of time when you might not just be available in that moment, and both things are okay and allowed to be true. Jordan, I step away for a second. I come back to the comments about black families. I'm dead. I can't. Oh, I can't. can't. Not only that, but can you see what it says on the bottom? Okay, cool. I just want to check everything. Cool. I'm glad we're all feeling. Kristen! Me too! We were so excited. Remember, we were both on the machine. So we could put our names? Like our whole name? Like whatever name we want? Really? And then we had to go get him at the in Tomorrowland. That's so funny. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Now I'm gonna be distracted because I'm so excited. We need new ones, by the way. We need new ones. Right? Tomorrowland? Okay, whatever. Like, are you sure it's gonna be the ones that we want though? Because we want these. And I've never seen those in the Tomorrowland case. Oh my God, I feel like you just triggered that memory right now. And now, that was it. We were so... Oh my God. That was, thank you. Thank you. I love you so much. I'm so excited. Memories. Is everyone getting their Disney fill, by the way? I know that people were having trouble with reservations, but then I'm hearing that they go back and check and they're okay again. So let me know how you guys are doing with your Disney reservations. I love you so much. Love you. I think Tina had said that you like the asking. Yeah, me and Annie love doing that with each other. It's very helpful. Because especially with best friends or very close friends, stuff like that. It's like, that we can always be there for one another, but also to just kind of double check that they have the space is very nice. That's a boundary for both people. And that is mwah. More emotional boundary examples would be allowing yourself to feel your feelings. That is something that I am taught in therapy, and it has very much helped change so many situations that an older version of me would not feel the feelings. And today's version understands I have every right to feel these feelings. They're my feelings, for goodness sake. And they're gonna pass, and I have every right to just feel these in the moment, let them pass, and then also having the ability to separate my feelings from any other emotions or issues that may be occurring at the time. I feel like I do a lot better nowadays, for example, of not unleashing any personal issues I have on an entity that doesn't deserve it. An older version would have maybe gotten mad at a person because I was dealing with these issues. Not cool. Not cool, man. Also recognizing that you are not responsible for other people's feelings. That is huge. And it can save us a lot of stress. Knowing that. Respecting privacy. If someone doesn't want to answer, if Rose doesn't want to answer a question about her disabilities, she doesn't have to. If I don't want to answer a question about my past, I don't have to. Determining pace of relationships that you are in. Oh my God, look at, you see the sun totally, it's like we're on fire. Determining pace of relationships that you are in with anybody. Friendship, business, romantic, sexual, any of that. You determine the pace. You guys can determine it together, of course, but don't ever just let one party be the only determining party. and the ability to self-regulate, which is huge. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with like feeling your feelings and separating your feelings. Knowing how to self-regulate is just. I have this particular quote written down. So, for example, if someone keeps bothering you about a topic and you can't seem to get them to hear that you're politely not, you could let them know this just isn't a topic that I'm willing to discuss. And that's it. That's all you owe them. That's all you owe them. I'm going to catch up on comments. Hi, Whitney. Jaleesa, I'm talking a little too loud about the responsibility of other people's feelings. Yeah. Yeah, I know, babe. Some examples of spiritual boundaries would be exploring your gifts and your talents, defining your purpose, choosing your mentors, things of that sort. I didn't want to like dive too deep into the spiritual one because that's kind of also its own topic. But I want you guys to know, again, nobody needs to ever project their own religion onto you. This can be a big family issue or a big friend issue sometimes. And you have every right to set your boundaries. So now that we've kind of discussed like the main, right, examples, I know it can all sound fine and dandy on paper. I know when you are dealing with super difficult people, it can be difficult. So you need to make sure that you value yourself first. That's how we're going to start. We're going to put ourselves number one. And I know, like, okay, yeah, no, sure, Sarah, I do. No, because I don't, and I haven't for a long time. And I have to work on it every day, that I have to put myself first. And that is key to being able to put actual boundaries with difficult people. You have to do that first. Value yourself first. Then we're going to tune in to our emotions. Think about why we need to set these boundaries. We're going to be specific. We're going to be firm. We're going to be kind. And then we're going to back up our words with actions. I know that's not fun. Actually backing up your words with actions. So while you may struggle to back up those words with actual actions, then I will just say some examples for ways to say no. Would be, I'm sorry, I'm busy. Thanks for thinking of me. I really wish that I could. I can only stay for an hour. It's one of my favorites. I'd love to, but I'm already overcommitted. I don't like being called that. Maybe next time. I'm already booked. I don't think that's funny at all. Please stop. I'm sorry, I can't help you at this time. I don't want to discuss this anymore. And then here's my favorite. You guys are going to love this one. Here's my favorite way to set a boundary. No. 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 Hi, Katie. No. That's one of my favorite boundaries to set. No. Right? Isn't that a good one? No. Just If you are setting healthy boundaries with people who are these difficult, rude, disrespectful, any of these, and they get mad, that's a them problem. And I have more to say on that, but I want you to. What a perfect example. Let's see how we can set boundaries for here. You are entitled to boundaries that keep you physically and emotionally safe. If narcissists don't get it, I want you to understand that's not actually what's going on. It's not that they don't get it. They don't care to follow. They don't care to follow your boundaries. So I want you all to hear that again. If you are setting healthy boundaries with people who are being difficult, rude, disrespectful, and that's mainly why you need to set those boundaries, and they get mad at you, that is a them problem. That is not your problem. That is a them problem. You are entitled to boundaries that keep you emotionally and physically safe. And when you set those boundaries and these people want to act like, well, I crossed it. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by this. What? I don't want you to get confused and start to stumble into the, well, I need to explain myself more and more and more. No, you don't. They do get it. They don't give a fuck. Okay? Okay? Oh, Rose, dating is so difficult. Katie says that I was really bad at setting boundaries at work and I very quickly got taken advantage of. Yes. When I started saying no to picking up and covering, I was made to feel bad and ashamed. Girl, been there. I know there's people in here that have been there. Oh, here's the family boundaries. That's why I was so upset that I couldn't find it. Look at all that. I'm about to fuck y'all's families non-boundary respecting asses up for you guys, metaphorically speaking. I'm not touching anybody for shit. I'm not going to jail for that. Oh, Michelle, right? Okay. Before we I'm just gonna, I wanna, because we're all, this is like perfect. I feel like this is perfect. I'm gonna give you guys really good examples of family boundaries that I want you to maybe like, I'm gonna read something else, and then I'm gonna give you guys examples of like things that you could say or what family boundaries can sound like. So if you want to get like a pencil and a pen or something like that on the reel, or your notepad ready, or a voice memo ready for my raggedy ass. Because I wrote these down for you guys. Because I don't talk to my family. I don't talk to my family at all. Did you all laugh with me? I'm so glad. Because I have no shame laughing a real laugh for you guys. I have no shame. And Yzma is like real goals. So also no shame. Yeah, you guys are my family now. Exactly. I don't deal with any of my family. So I genuinely mean this. I'm like teasing you facetiously, but I wrote with my own wrist. I could have gotten carpal tunnel, but I didn't because you guys are worth it. Because these are for you. No, I know, Jordan. I know. These are for you guys. These are for you guys. Because I don't have to deal with any of this shit. And I'm cool with that. I don't need that to change at all. That's my boundary. I can't deal with any of them. That's my boundary. I just can't deal with them. So I'm going to continue. I've babbled enough, right? Okay. Here's some reasons that we don't set boundaries. So I want you guys to listen carefully because I have a feeling one of these is going to hit somebody's little, is she calling me out? I'm kind of calling you out, but it's out of love. And it's because I want you to know that, again, setting these boundaries isn't mean. And self-preservation in a chaotic or dangerous environment is the path to healthy relationships. Okay, so here's reasons. Here's some reasons that we don't set boundaries. We have the fear of what others will think. We assume others will be mad. I can't have them mad. Walk all over me as long as you're not mad. Because when you're mad, I'm uncomfortable. I'm extremely uncomfortable. I would rather jump out of a window of a moving car than have you be angry because of something that I did. You might think it's not that important. You just don't want the hassle. You'd rather just avoid conflicts. You'd prefer to just go with the flow. You don't want to be seen as selfish. I don't. What if somebody thinks that I'm being selfish by telling them no? I don't know where to start. Michelle, I told you, baby girl, I told you. That's why I also had to back it up with the like, by the way, it's nothing bad, but I was 1000% thinking of you while I was writing these things. Oh my God, thank you. That's very sweet. That is very, very sweet. You just made me very happy. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah. Some of you guys might, the way that I am all of these, Jaleesa. Yeah, right? Because God forbid that anybody thinks that I'm selfish. It's disgusting. It's disgusting how we let things mold us into carpets when we shouldn't be carpets. We should be very respectable human beings with boundaries, healthy boundaries. And I say healthy, with meaning, because there's different types of boundaries and you don't want like just like a full box with like keys and a lock and a moat and all that shit. Like, don't be like that. That's not also okay. So here's some examples of these family boundaries and what they can sound like. And I want you guys to let me know if any of these resonate with you, because again, this was for sure for you guys, because I don't have to deal with any of it. And I'm very grateful for that. And it would be detrimental to my health had I continued to deal with anything. So I know how difficult it can be. That's why I don't deal with it. But I am lucky, and not everyone can be that lucky. Here we go. I appreciate your concern, but this is my decision. I appreciate your concern, but this is my decision. I respect your values and your beliefs, but I don't share them. This one really hit because it's Pride Month, and I know a lot of people struggle with that with their families, and I respect your values and your beliefs, but I don't share them. I will no longer be the middle person in family arguments. Doormat sunshine. Sunshine! Yes, very important distinction. Hi, Brienne. Welcome. I love you. Is it Coomer? Am I saying that correctly? Coomer 45. Somehow we need to simply talk. This is a way to start seeing each other. We build societies like this. Gang, gang. That's my goal. If I could bring us all into a little village and just we just went around and preached, I'd be okay with that. Ooh, which one got you? Which one got you, Michaela? Which one? Which one got you? Which one got you? I will no longer be in the middle. I will no longer be the middle person in family arguments, because that was the last one. Hi, Louie and Andrea. Hi. Here's one that I very much enjoy. Commenting on my weight is inappropriate and you need to stop. Hi, Frankie. Hi, Susan. Oh my God, E5s. Oh my God, I love my little E5 babes. I don't remember what I am. I'd have to double check that one again. Another example of what a family boundary can sound like would be any rude comments about my lifestyle will result in this conversation ending. Again, my heart breaks for anybody having to deal with any sexual orientation difficulties with their family, because I'm just way too much of a, I just hippie, for lack of better words, and I don't understand what the fuck it matters. I don't understand what it matters. So any rude comments about my lifestyle will result in this conversation ending, plain and simple. Another example of a family boundary that you can set would be, I understand you are frustrated, but I won't participate in family gossip. Hi, Susie. Yeah, I can't imagine commenting on people's weight and thinking it's okay, let alone like your own family members and stuff. I don't know. And I think there's a difference between commenting on someone's weight and like my 600-pound life. And I say that with like a grain of salt, because that's where we're talking about like health issues and stuff. But yeah, I can't understand that. So this is where I believe, Amanda, this is for you, not for you in particular, but you've been on my mind this whole time. And this is what I was looking for. An example of a family boundary that you can set would sound like, I expect my partner to be treated with respect, or we will not be over here anymore. I'm very sorry to hear that, Jennifer. That really sucks. And that's why I was saying that I say that with a grain of salt, because of course I think there's a rhyme and reason and way to go about it. And I think if we are talking about actual health issues, then yeah, maybe cross a boundary and comment. And again, I don't even want to say comment. It's like talk to somebody, talk to someone about their weight, because that's real. That's real shit. If I ever get to a point where I'm at an unhealthy level, I can't imagine people not saying stuff to me like that are in my life. So, Michaela says, I once yelled at a room full of coworkers at training who wanted to excuse their intolerance and told them it's about respect and it doesn't concern them. Yep. Jaleesa says, it's always the microaggressions. Like, are you sure you want to eat that? Girl. One of my favorites that I've never been able to let go of, one of the last, like, I'm never coming to a party again after this moment, was one of the aunts was like, here, eat a cupcake. Here, eat a cupcake. And I kept like, no, I'm okay. That's okay. I don't want one. No, okay. And she kept like, no, eat a cupcake. And I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want one. No, thank you. And it was like, you know you want the cupcake. Eat the cupcake. You know you want it. A microaggression is still an aggression. Doesn't matter how micro it is. Oh, sunshine. I'm so sorry. That's just awful. You are, and you know it, but I'll remind you that you are so beautiful. Yeah, I just I'm reading your guys' comments. We live once. It's always a blessing to make people smile and at least cooperate, helping them be better. A simple word change everything. Kindness is free. It's true. It's true. Yeah, like I mean, the nasty bitch look that was in her eyes of like, come on, fatty, you know you want this cupcake. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand people that think it's okay to make comments. Speaking of, one of the last examples of a family boundary that you can set. Jordan. My last example would be, please stop asking about kids. It's putting pressure on my relationship. Again, I haven't had to deal with that one because when people would ask me, like, it was always a very consistent fuck them kids, and then people would be like, Jesus, and I give them the afterwards. So it was like, yeah, that wasn't a joke. I don't fuck them kids. So people stop asking after a while. So you deal with that one. I mean, yeah, I want a cupcake now too. But now, I want a cupcake now, not when a mean family who's made fat jokes and talked about my weight for years has like pushed me into depression, and then I showed up for a party that I already have anxiety about, and I don't want to eat cupcakes in front of you guys, and then you're like mocking me to eat the cupcake. Like, ugh. That Sarah didn't want one. This Sarah would be like, bitch, this is the only flavor of cupcake you got? This is lame. This is a lame party. We're leaving. We're going to Sprinkles where they have real cupcakes, not these whack-ass Ralph's cupcakes. Fuck you. Fuck your Ralph's cupcakes. But that's because this Sarah has learned. She's learned so much. Yeah, we should definitely normalize not wanting to have kids. I don't really understand why people think that. I don't know. Amanda, people have finally stopped asking about kids for us. They kept asking where our twins were, and we had to correct them and remind them that it was the other lesbians in the group that have twins. Oh, Amanda. One time a woman that I worked with asked me how far along I was, and I was like, I'm just a fat fuck. And she was like, I am so sorry. Like, yeah, I bet you are. Yeah, there's there's plenty of children that need to be adopted anyways. That's a whole other topic. I don't know why people think it's okay to ask other people about having children. I think that's a very intrusive and strange question. Yeah, I'm just a like, what else are you gonna say as a fat girl when someone asks you that? Now, I'm not. I used to be heavier than I am now. I'll say that. Whatever. But what else are you gonna say? Yeah, I really don't get it. I don't get how people try to like tell other people like what having a child is such a huge thing, and people act like, well, it's a part of life. Like, it sustains life. That's a completely different topic. Sustaining life and a part of life. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. That's all my notes that I have on boundaries. My chicken nuggets and my beef burrito are about 7. I was going to say something inappropriate, but I don't want to make that kind of a joke. But yeah, I hope Rose. I hope that some of that was able to resonate with you guys in any sort of way. This is fucking great. Touching on the undiscussed is so rare, hard to find it happening. Thanks. You are so welcome. Thank you for even saying that. I appreciate that so much. Listen, coming from the conservations, humans don't need to keep going as hard as they have been. We are overpopulating. That is exactly what I mean, my man. That is exactly what I mean. What's worse is when we were told you're not a real parent unless you have 2. Oh my God, do people say that? Are you fucking kidding me? Louis and Andrea are saying that our daughter was alone for 13 years and it was good until we got pregnant with our son. Whoops, but hey, it's your time. It's your time. People need to stay out of your business. Agreed, Louis and Andrea. Eric, I'm losing my shit. I can't believe people actually say things like that. Misty says, when you see me yelling on IG Live tomorrow, screaming about this, mind your business. Christopher Johnson says that my girlfriend of 7 years was adopted, had another sister same age adopted too. Yeah, dude, I think adoption's dope as fuck. I don't understand. It's awkward to answer when your relationship is going down the drain. That part. I'm going to casually read my mom my notes about boundaries and see if she picks up what I'm putting down, Jaleesa. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm here for. If you guys ever need me to be that scapegoat, that I got you, dude. I'm the best fucking wingman you could ever ask for. I got you. Got you. I love you too, Nikki. You have to go eat. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, I'm still, Eric, I'm blown away that people, I don't know why I'm so blown away by that, because honestly, the shit that I see that comes out of people's mouths sometimes is, it blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Yes. Like, no joke, dude, because I grew up with a lot of male friends. I've always had male friends, and we would always go out. And I'm a natural flirt, even when I don't talk. I shit pimp. And so I could wingman the shit out of any situation. And I got a lot of people laid that way. I'm just gonna be real. Oh, Eric. I can't believe that. I can't. Have a good night. You as well, Coomer. Somehow we build boundaries to feel safe, and however boundaries happen. I just. I'm not saying I'm a pimp. I simply do what I can. What does flirting with someone have to do with being a wingman? Those are two completely separate topics. That's irrelevant. Anyways, I really do hope that some of that resonated with anybody. I'm really pleased that this worked so well tonight. I didn't want to go a full 2 hours just because I really do need to like rest. And I say that, and I'm probably going to like close my laptop and work more, but whatever. I wasn't sure if we were going to get through all of my notes, is my point. See, now that was the sign. I lost track of what I was trying to say. That's for sure the sign where Sarah needs to start wrapping up. But we did get through all my notes, and I'm happy that we were able to get through that. So now we don't have to trickle into next week. Unless you guys kind of want to, but I think that was really all I had to cover on boundaries just in general. And I don't have a topic yet for next week. And we didn't have any awful trolls in here tonight. I feel better. I always feel better after talking to you guys, but I have had I was dealing with a migraine this weekend. I don't really get those. So that was rough. And then I also went super hard Friday night. I partied like a rock star. And then I got up at the crack of dawn to go to the museum with Ian the next day. And I feel like I haven't had any sleep since then, if I'm just being honest with you guys. And then, yeah, the heat is awful. It's not helping me whatsoever. And I have really bad allergies. That's what I keep doing with that. And I've never really dealt with allergies either also. So these are all kind of new things, and I feel like a big baby. I just want to be taken care of. Yeah, and I'm not kidding. I'm not going to say what I did because I don't want to get judged right now. But I went fucking hard. You guys, I guarantee you guys would not be able to hang with me sometimes because baby Sarah was wild, and baby Sarah used to go to fucking not raves, but raves. So, I know I gotta go re-up on some water, some Gatorade, and you go see if my bean and cheese burrito has any warmth left in it. Allergies are awful for people who have had allergies their whole life. I am so sorry because this shit sucks. I don't like it at all. I'm not a fan of this. Right, Michelle, absolutely the fuck not. Girl, Michelle, you would have been beating me with a slipper. And you would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? You have to go to the museum in the morning. And you're not going to cancel on Ian. I would probably cancel on almost anybody else. But I would never cancel on Ian. I wouldn't have canceled that, I should say. And I thought I was, I don't know, I thought I was Post Malone. I don't know. He has bed allergies? That sounds terrible. That sounds miserable. Oh my God, that sounds awful. Oh God. I'm sorry that he has to deal with that. Yeah, no, you would have, oh my God, you would have been like, you would have put your angry eyes in. Your hair would have been wrapped up and you would have had a robe on and you would have been POTF off. What are you doing? Go to fucking bed. And then I would have been in bed, like, doing what I was doing, crazy partying, and you would have been like, oh my God, she's never allowed out ever again. Oh my God. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I don't know who I thought I was. It was the planets. I blame the planets. You guys like my mental image. Because you guys know I'm right. Nightlife ain't it, Chief. It was for me on Friday night. Right. That's what exactly. He would have been chilled if I had canceled. Not so much had he known I was rocking the fuck out. Like who knows? I don't know. Anyways. I hope you guys had a good night with me. I had fun talking about this with you guys merely for the fact that I want us to live happy lives. And I am not, no, please don't. No. Can you see me? Are you still here? Are you still here? It said it canceled me, but it looks like it's still here. Okay. All right. Well, that's my sign, I'm sure, from everyone up there to shut the fuck up and go. If anyone has anything that they ever need to talk to me about, I'm always open and welcome. DMs, emails, any of that stuff. Rose, we will definitely talk on Instagram. And I don't know what we're going to talk about next week, but I'm sure it's going to be great. And I can't wait to see you guys there. And I very much enjoy hanging out. I want everyone to have a good week. I think astrology-wise, we should have a pretty decent week. So let's kick some ass. And everybody have a good weekend. You know I'm ignoring you on purpose, and you know it. You know it. I do check my emails. I am your BFF. I'm Auntie Romy, Mama Romy. I'm everyone's bestie and sister, and you guys are my family, and we will continue to make this. That's fantastic. I am so glad that you want to subscribe. That's fantastic. I love to hear that. Thank you. I think that we are slowly changing the world a little bit at a time. I know it might seem like kind of silly and extra, but I think we're really changing the world a little bit. That's how it just takes baby steps, and that's how you do it. So until next week, I think I should have some time-lapse videos up on YouTube. It looks like you guys enjoyed the Pirates footage of last week. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed that. That was fun to put together, just to rewatch. That was fun. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I should have some time lapses up for you this week. And either way, we will all be here together next Monday. And until next time, please just be kind to yourself first, And whatever you have left, be kind to everybody else. And if they don't deserve it, you don't have to be kind to them. And don't ever forget, if nobody in this crazy boundary overstepping world doesn't love you, I love you. And I will always love you. And we are the Romy Homie family. And I'm going to say goodnight now. I love you all.